Hi guys, welcome to That's Rough. I'm your host Lori.
And I'm your host Tish.
And if you're returning, that means we didn't scare you off.
Yeah. We still have time though, don't worry.
All right, we have a couple stories we're going to get into today, and we're going to start with my trip to Austin, Texas.
And it was
rough. I can't remember if I told you, but anyway, we went to Austin, Texas for an event. It was like Nirvana on strings, and it was really cool. It was like a dome. You know, you could see like they had like lasers, and it was. I
didn't know that's what y'all went to. I knew that y'all went to see something, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was.
That sounds cool.
So they have another one in Fort Worth, and they show movie clips. And they play like soundtracks and stuff. And I'm like, oh,
no,
I would love
my
that.
daughter did that. The one in Austin, they did the whole Twilight movie like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, I feel like because this one was more lasers and like space, like planets. And I mean, it was still really cool. But I feel like I'm so into movies. I would have loved to see like movie clips. And
oh yeah, they love Twilight. And so when they went to see it, she said it was really cool.
Yeah. So afterwards, my husband's a huge Spurs fan. So he's like, I want to go see the game, you know, when we leave here. So we went to Pluckers to go have some drinks
and wings.
Yes, and watch the game. So we're not from Austin, so we used navigation to get us to Pluckers. And it took us kind of around. We went through this big, huge parking lot. And you know how some parking lots, I feel like they have it broke out to where it looks like road. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so we come around the Pluckers. Is super packed. The parking lot is so packed. And so we park we're in that parking lot. It's Office Depot. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So we're in that huge parking lot. Mind you, we're way at the end of the parking lot. Office Depot is way in a different county. Like
it's so far.
Yes. And so we park, and there's a couple of other cars parked there. And then we just walk to Pluckers. So when we are done, we were there probably an hour and a half. We come out and my Bronco is gone. She has been stolen.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
Since we're in Austin, I think my first thought was somebody stole my car. But there was a wrecker truck there, and so those vehicles were gone that were parked there. My baby Bronco was gone, and he already had another vehicle already hooked up. Mm-hmm. And so my husband started screaming at him. And he was like, You need to call the number on the sign. Call the number on the sign. And he hopped in his truck and took off. And my husband's like, what sign? And we're looking around for this sign, which I should have brought a paper so I could write. Do you have paper? Because I would love to show them the.
Yeah.
I'm going to, yes.
Or is this better?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to show you guys the sign so you can know not to park there.
Oh my.
Okay, are you ready? Read the sign. Please read it. This sign right here that I just wrote for you is telling you do not park here or you will be towed.
It's on backwards.
I was like, my husband's like, what sign? And I'm walking around looking, and then I see the back of this sign. So I walk over to Pluckers and read it. I'm like, this sign right here, babe, that's backwards. You're supposed to know, don't park right there because this.
Oh my God. So it was facing Pluckers?
Yes.
So even if you parked over there and you walked over, you would have never read it unless you turned around to be nosy to see what the sign said.
Yes.
Well, that's dumb. Who did that?
So
dumb.
We call the number, and we have to get a Uber to take us to our vehicle. So while we're waiting for our Uber, though, 2 other vehicles came through the same parking lot and backed up and parked next to the backward sign. And so we saved them. We saved them. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much, because they were going to park there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I bet that happens a lot. So if I were Pluckers, I would have an own sign facing the opposite way.
Right. Or I'm like, why? Because they have to know this is happening. So why would the host not be like, hey, it's a 30-minute wait. And by the way, if you parked on this side, you're going to
that would be really nice if they would do that.
And so we called the number. They told us where to go. We went And so there was a couple there that, because remember I told you there was other vehicles that got taken. There was a couple there with their baby, and trying to argue with the man. She's all holding her baby. And she's like, the sign is backwards. And then she's telling us, did y'all get towed from Pluckers? And I was like, yes. And she's like, the sign.
It's on backwards.
I'm like, yeah, I know. And so
that is so dumb.
They could not get their vehicle. I felt so bad. They had to get back in their Uber and leave because the vehicle was $347 to get.
And not everybody has like that money on hand.
Exactly.
Especially with a new baby. If they had a little baby and the diapers and formula.
It kind of made me wonder, I guess if you need an Uber with a car seat, I guess that's an option.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, because I started thinking, that baby don't even have a car seat. Y'all stole her car seat.
I know. And wow.
Yes, I was so mad. My husband was mad.
So I heard the story that the car got towed, but I didn't know it was your car. I thought it was his work truck when they went out of town to work.
Oh,
I don't know why I didn't even ask questions. I just heard them talking about your car. Car being towed, and I just assumed it was the work car. I didn't know it was yours.
Yeah, it was BB. I'm sure she was crying all the way.
She went on an adventure.
Yes. So that was my rough story. And I'm like, you know what? You people are crooks. Karma. I want karma.
100%.
I mean, I want arson, but...
Yeah. I'm almost wondering, though, if people that have been towed have tried to argue. Like me, I would maybe... try to argue and then maybe even like a civil suit type thing against someone because the sign is not properly.
I feel like with something like that, like how much would that cost?
I mean, I'm
like
sure
either
it would
way,
cost.
I would have to. Yes. So either way. Oh, so what it is? So I did a little read. Like I went to their website to read like people's comments, and there was. I'll have to post some of the comments because people were saying it's a shady business. Other people have gotten towed from that same exact location.
The sign isn't.
Somebody said that they have a vehicle parked around the corner, so they're waiting for people to park there, and then they're calling like, "Come get them." So they are aware of what they're doing.
That is not cool at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how they make their money. So
by robbing you.
Yeah, it's a sham. I mean.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, Office Depot must be in on this because otherwise you would be saying, hey, you got that sign the wrong way. If you
Right. Yeah.
So,
Well.
That's rough.
That's rough. Yeah, you got that right. So I want to talk about the Mackenzie Shirilla case. I finally finished The Crash, right? I watched it. But then all these people on social media kept saying, go watch the Mean Girl murders or whatever. And then another one called Killer Cases because they each one have an episode about
Okay, so I didn't watch the other ones. I watched The Crash. But.
Yes. Well, I started watching Killer Cases last night, but I fell asleep halfway through. And so I didn't get to see the whole thing. But there's a little bit more evidence, I guess, in that one. But honestly, in my opinion, this is just my honest opinion. I think that Mackenzie's parents enabled her. They never held her accountable for any of her actions. And I feel like, I don't know if she meant to kill, like if she purposely killed them, but I think what she did was, my opinion is she went into a rage.
Oh, yeah.
She went into a rage, blacked out, because I've done that before. I have gone into a rage and blacked out before.
So the rage. Yeah, that's where my thoughts were.
I think she went into a rage and just really just blacked out and went in, did with no thought process at all. And that the evidence in the crash states that the steering wheel moved a little, went from neutral to drive. So it's constantly like he was trying to maybe fight her to get her to, it's a sad, sad story. It's a sad situation because they were so young, but I feel like they had a toxic relationship, and both ways, not just her, but even him too. Because there was some evidence that he was a little silly with her too. Right. Of course, they were young.
But too, I feel like, because I've been in a toxic relationship before, and I feel like it definitely, if you're not a toxic person, you still can go there. Because I feel like being in that, it pulls you
brings
out of your
out
character.
the worst in you.
Yes. And then
I know. I've been there
you're
too.
like reacting, and you don't even realize how because you're angry too at this point from being in a toxic relationship. So your reactions kind of are out of character. You become something you're not. It's just not safe for anybody to be in that kind of relationship.
Right. And then the poor passenger just in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, and that's a sad story too. So
I will say this, when I first started, because I did not know what it was about. I just seen I seen it advertised on Netflix. So I was like, oh, let me watch this. Because, I like to watch TV before I go to bed. And so I started watching it, and I think I was an hour into it. And I really felt sorry for everybody involved, like all parties. Yes, everybody. And then, it came time for her mom to speak at the podium.
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the 2 dead people.
Dominic, okay, I'm asking you for a leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No. God, no, not at all.
I was trying to feel sorry for you, really, and you come to the podium with that.
Hey, but did you see the secret language that they have?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe think of your daughters.
Yes, my daughters have a secret language, guys.
And I always ask, how do you say my name in your secret language so that I know when you're talking about me, I will know, that you're saying something about me, right? So they did. They told me, but I already forgot.
Yeah, I
thought about them the second I heard that gibberish that they were talking when she was in jail over the phone.
I guess it's kind of common for people to have their own language.
I guess it's just a form of Pig Latin gibberish.
Yeah.
They say it's carny. It's from the carnival. I don't know.
Yes, my kids do that.
I thought it was cool, right? And then that your girls did that because they're 3 sisters. They grew up, and that's their language.
Own language, yes.
But when I heard them, I seriously, I was like, oh, I've heard that before, or something like that before. And then I was like, oh my God, Lori's daughters have that language.
And then you're like, I was gonna say, I bet they probably know what she said.
Right. Well, someone did interpret it for them. And then, also on one of the other shows, it had a recording of them talking when the detectives went to talk to her in the hospital. She said in that language to her mom, can we tell them I had a seizure or something in that language? But it's not they're not the only people in the world that know how to speak that. So of course that recording is going to be out there for someone to say, this is what she said.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, when the mom got up and talked, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is a joke.
Yes, because
even the judge said something to her too. Like,
yes, like she did not even look like I expected a bunch of tears and crying and
begging for her daughter's life, pretty much. Yeah,
and begging for forgiveness from the parents. Like, I am so sorry. Like, just there was no tears. Like, she should have took a big nose hit of an onion before she went up there. Like something. Like,
fake it till you make it, right? Like. So yeah, I kind of thought, I didn't know much about the story either when I first started. So I was kind of like, I was trying to be open-minded about it. But then as soon as the parents started talking, and then the evidence that there was no braking, she was going 100 miles an hour.
And then they showed the
car. It was like a missile, like hitting the wall. I'm like, how in the world did that happen? Even Conrad, was like, well, the cops just had it out for her in the beginning. That lawyer has it out for her. But then the more he listened and watched and the evidence started to pile up, he was like, her parents are narcissists and they allowed her to act like that. And then when they talked about how she got in trouble in school and the parents always just made excuses for her.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, to me, it's crazy. And it's a sad story. And if you haven't watched it, the crash is pretty interesting, but it is a sad, it's a sad situation.
Yes. So she ended up being found guilty for 2 counts, for each.
Aggravated murder or something like that. And got 15 years to life consecutively Like,
because she's up for parole.
Yeah, in her 30s. And like she's so I've done like some serious deep diving down the wormhole about her.
Oh,
and even
I haven't.
Even some of like the girl she was in prison with. So apparently she had a girlfriend when she was in prison, and that girl's out of prison now and is kind of like spilling the beans that she's popular in prison. She's in the section where the lifers and the I guess the wealthier people are. She has a girl that makes all her meals for her.
What?
Like in the microwave, and
wow.
Like she's very, I don't know. She's very popular there.
Well, I did see a video like her and her mom talking, and they're talking about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, that she wants her to be her lawyer or whatever. I mean,
yeah, it's delusional.
Do you almost want to tell them to shut up? Like her and her mom both shut up. Quit talking. The more you talk, the worse you make yourself sound. But even just her like I know that some people portray a certain image on social media to get attention. So I give her that. She was young, 17, and posting all these crazy things on her Instagram or whatever, TikTok, trying to be popular.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people post that, especially because can you imagine if we had that back in the day?
Oh my God. You would have thought I was something totally different. And then you met me and you'd been like, wait a minute.
Yes.
But just the conversations that she's had with her mom, even through jail, she's a brat. She's spoiled.
Oh yeah. I seen her. There was another clip and she was like arguing with her mom because her mom was trying to tell her shut up in a nice way. And she was just telling her mom that she didn't have to. She could talk about what she wants to talk about. She could talk about it if she wants to. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel her temper got the best of her. Her parents are her worst enemy. And they enabled her, and that's why she's...
the bun on her head might be her worst enemy, too.
Yes, 100%. So that's all my, drama with the Mackenzie story. I had one opinion about it when I started, and now I'm like on a totally different...
Right. See, side. I would say I kind of always... Like when I first started, I was like, oh, she's guilty. She did it on purpose. My opinion that changed was I felt sorry for even her parents being in that situation until her mom went up to the podium. And then I was like, okay, I can't feel sorry.
I can't. Yeah. I can't be on your side now. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think.
Well, I do want to talk about other thing. The, White House. There was another shooting outside of the White House.
Oh, I didn't hear this. I let y'all down. I didn't do no research for this episode.
It's a Memorial Day weekend.
That's right. My brain was off.
So there was another, a gentleman, a 21-year-old guy, Nasir, I can't remember his last name, but I have a picture of him. I'll send it to you. 21 years old. And apparently he's well known to the White House because he has come in through the gates before, asked about secret entrances, and also claimed that he was Jesus Christ. So this time he went up to a gate, pulled out a gun on a Secret Service agent. They opened fire and they killed him. Oh. The guy has been in psych wards before, or mental institutes, I should say. It was all last year in 2025. So he is well known to them, and apparently, he is not happy with the affairs at the White House. He has an issue with it. So
imagine that.
He went to, I don't know what his intentions were, but that's what happened. And Donald Trump was inside of the White House at the time that it happened. And I don't know, this is starting to become a monthly thing.
Yeah.
Kind of scary, but it is what it is, right?
I feel like, we're all scared, like what is going on, but I feel like Donald is not scared.
I don't know, it's just, he's...
Another day in the presidency of Donald Trump.
I made it. I still made it. He's thinking, I made it another day, so... But anyways, I think that's crazy. Young guys had issues, and, it's kind of sad.
It made me think of, and I know this is old and this post is no longer up, but when Donald Trump posted he was supposed to be a doctor and he looked like Jesus.
Oh, yes.
So I talked about that just the other day because my brother had no idea that Donald Trump posted that. And I'm like, it's in my phone. I'll show you. I have proof.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he don't look like no doctor.
No.
But it was definitely
It was
funny
entertaining.
picture. Yes, it's a funny picture. I mean, he is entertaining.
Yeah, he is. To say the least.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
Well, anyways, I have no local news for our area. I usually cover local news, but I haven't seen anything interesting
this time.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything interesting other than we've had crazy weather, lots of crazy storms. Recently, it's El Nino, I think, that's causing it in our area. Mm-hmm. High winds and stuff. That's about the only interesting thing that's been happening this week, and I'm okay with that.
I would have to say we always have crazy weather, though, in Texas, so...
We do.
It's not surprising.
We do, but I almost feel like every rainstorm that's come through lately has been kind of violent. It hasn't just been like your regular run-of-the-mill, oh, it's going to rain, thunder a little bit. It's had a lot of high winds and...
Well, we went out of town this recent one, right? We went to... my husband had a cousin that retired from the Air Force, so we went to celebrate that. And we left... the dogs here because my daughter, she's good about watching them. Well, the storm came in and our dogs are so scared of the loud, thunder, like they are scared. So my daughter, she was out, she came home. We had lost power apparently. And my bedroom door was all chewed up, the bottom, because anytime there's a scary storm like that, they want to go into our bedroom. Like that's where they feel safe.
That's their safe space.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had the bedroom doors closed. And one of the dogs tore up the bottom of the door, scratched up the side of the door. I was like, oh my gosh, Craig is going to murder. Craig is gonna lose it.
I would say the same thing about Conrad if that happened.
Yes, so I'm like telling my daughter, like, get your popo on the phone, get him over there to look at the door so he could try to fix it, like do something
before we get home.
Yes. I mean, it looked bad.
Did your dad go and fix it?
He did.
Oh.
He went and did some magic.
Thank you, Popo, for fixing that up.
Yes. My dogs are still
alive
and well. And then, we do have cameras, in the house. And so my husband's like, which dog did it? Did you look at the camera? I'm like, no, the footage was lost. So there was interference. We lost power.
The storm knocked out the power. Yeah, so we don't have any idea who the culprit is. At least that's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
You're sticking on that story, so will I.
Yes. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. Nothing interesting for the moment.
That's right. Well, please remember to hit like, share, subscribe.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.